Hi, this is Eve again. I want to explain something when it comes to what is a DAO. What is a DAO? It's a decentralized autonomous organization. This is the new thing in the digital realm. Hi. It's a new thing in the digital realm. It's called a decentralized autonomous organization. I had the vision since 7 years that all companies will become DAOs. What does that mean exactly? It means that everything can be defined in a private cloud space in a secure and a cyber secure way where you can manage your digital assets, where you can have daily based management in a transparent way, tamper proofed, where there's no need for a top-down structure, where you have several people involved that are, let's say, a member of that DAO, and they can live in whatever what place around the world, and basically you can manage any project or any, let's say, company on a daily on a daily based operation in a secure way and in a transparent way. Okay, so asset management, financial, daily operations, and the decision-making process goes in a democratic way. So there's no need for government, there's no need for a notary, there's no need for a lawyer, and there's no need for a bank. This will come at the moment there's no, let's say, overall power from government. And this will happen, I think, in 2027, the moment there will be a different activation of the gates within, let's say, in the human design. You can see what different gates that were activated in the last 400 years. The last 400 years, there was a permanent activation where the top of the pyramid was able to hypnotize, to manipulate the collective, and where we were accepting to be, let's say, enslaved in order to follow a certain procedure that was managed from the top. So at that point, these entities at the top of our society were able to hold power. The moment this permanent activation will, let's say, leave through the background energy on the collective, this will be the moment that they will lose their power, and they know this is going to happen because they already prepared this reality experience, this world, this farm. For them, this is just a farm. They just manage humans like we are managing our animals in the farm, and they already built the layer where we can build these DAOs on. So they have actually a job. Their job is to manage the farm. Their job is to also prepare, let's say, the world for the shift into a new age, which will be the age of Aquarius. That's like the golden age. It will be a totally different world where every individual will be self-empowered and will be able to do its own thing and will be connected to some kind of a network where he will bring the added value to the community. So this layer is already laid out. It's been tested. It's a proven concept on certain applications that are built on, but this is just the foundation to start building. And you can actually build structures like DAOs where you can reorganize the world, where you can reorganize companies, and where there's no need for an overlord institutional structure that is managing this. But still, there's a way to keep order and structure and managing the financial assets. So that's basically the whole idea and the trust that I have that all old top-down bureaucratic structures will vaporize. The top of the pyramid will not be able to hold structure since there's going to be a different background energy to the collective that will, let's say, not have trust in the top of the pyramid, and at some point there will be a need for reorganization. There will be a need for them to say, okay, what tool can we use so we can reorganize ourselves and that we can rebuild our world, basically. So that's actually my intention. What I want to do is to do architecture with this new software, and to have, let's say, a trustable environment to build on, right? So it's and also decode the human energy and put that energy at the right place within a certain group of people. This is called a penta formation. So the right people at the right place, using the right tools to reorganize and get rid of old top-down structured bureaucracy. And this will be basically the new age of Aquarius, where everything will be managed in a digital space. That's basically it, in a very transparent way. The only way this is actually possible is when the moment will come that we will not be, let's say, manipulated or demonized by this top-down structure. At some point, they know that they're gonna have to leave this realm, and that they have a job probably in another kind of world to manage a different farm. It's very weird to explain, but I will leave many links below for explaining this more into detail, because it's a very complex matter. It's a very big macro view, and at the same time it's connecting dots from different angles. The technical evolution, the astrological view when it comes to the cycles of the energy, and also the knowledge of having, let's say, the wisdom of how human energy actually functions and what it's actually doing. But the main thing is the technology will allow us to be able, as the technology will allow us to function as a self-empowered individual within a tribe, to connect this on a global scale without the need of government and bureaucracy. And we will be able to function as a self-empowered individual, and we will be able to, let's say, do our own thing, what we actually do, and follow the passion, basically. And I think the shift will take 10 years from here, and I think personally I'm 2 years ahead on schedule of what is about to come. So in this transitional time, it will be very exciting times, and at the same time a good thing. But very weird. But many people will not understand what is going on. But basically, that's one of my missions here, is to say and explain in a very simple way on what it's all about. That's basically it. So yeah, it's a big explanation. I say something that took me like 5 years to explain, to understand, and I try to say this in 10 minutes. So it's not easy. So I'm about to go to a nice conference where people are gathering of thinking about the new world, actually in Bali. And I'm looking forward to inspire people that also are thinking in this kind of direction. And I'm very keen, I'm very curious on what kind of level or with what kind of ideas these people also might come, because I see things from my perspective. This is my analyze of 6, 7, 8 years of study work in a way, and exploring. And I'm about to come to the open with that, but I'm sharing this only in private links because it's too complex for the mainstream yet. Maybe I'm gonna have to make different videos for mainstream, but let's see what happens. All right, cheers, ciao, ciao.